Hello and welcome to the Road to Hangzhou 2022. I'm Yongxin Celia Chen. I bring you our build-up to the Hangzhou Asian Games with interviews, highlights and interesting stories of the sporting actions, all that is coming up very soon. It is pretty common for international sporting events to have unified core graphics. So what will the core graphics of the 19th Asian Games Hangzhou 2022 be like? Today I'll take you to unveil the story behind the creation of the Hangzhou Asian Games core graphics, meeting the world and learn the messages behind it. I'm Yongxin Celia Chen. I'm the English bidding presenter of the 19th Asian Games Hangzhou 2022 and the English host of HCRT. I will use Hangzhou Asian Games as an opportunity to showcase China's charm to the world. Today I will introduce you to the aesthetics of the Hangzhou Asian Games. The flame of the Asian Games has been passed on to Hangzhou, and the Hangzhou Asian Games is gradually showing its unique colors. The core graphics and color system are the basis of the visual image system for the Asian Games Hangzhou 2022, integrating the elements of sports, Chinese culture. Hangzhou as the host city and international aesthetics are rooted in the history, culture, nature and innovation of Hangzhou. The design of the core graphics and color systems echoes the visual signage of emblem, mascots, slogan and sports pictograms. Altogether, they create the overall atmosphere and underlying aesthetics of the Asian Games Hangzhou 2022. A city will often have its own city flower, local gourmet food, special tourist attractions and much more of these unique cultural identities. We are looking for people to get to know Hangzhou, the city with over 1,000 years of history, in a new way. The core graphic of the Asian Games Meeting the World by designer Cheng Zhaohui is rich in Hangzhou elements. What a fascination is created in a fluttering silk ribbon that strings together Hangzhou's history, culture, and picturesque scenery.
核心图形最大的灵感来源正是杭州最具代表性的本土文化元素丝绸。杭州自古以来有人间天堂、丝绸之府的美誉，也是海上丝绸之路的重要窗口。丝绸、茶叶、瓷器这3种最能代表古代中国的物品，在杭州都可以找到。
The design absorbs both traditional and modern styles to depict the graceful yet flexible, fine yet smooth, gentle yet vibrant traits of silk unfurling in the air. It represents the artistic conception of meeting the world. The flying silk ribbon not only foretells the OCA family's reunion in Hangzhou and the diversified Asian sports culture to be showcased by the Hangzhou Asian Games, but also embodies the symbols and characteristics of the city of Hangzhou. As we are seeing now, the view of West Lake when it is illuminated by the golden ray of sunrise or sunset is truly dazzling. Hangzhou has been voted China's happiest city in 14 consecutive years. What's the inspiration of your core graphic design?
核心图形最初灵感是5根线条，起草的也是以线条为主。丝韵织线呢，灵感来自于杭州丝绸，展现的是东方人文。水翼织线展现的是杭州的自然灵韵，代表杭州的水意。平缓的部分呢，是体现柔美的西湖之水。中间富有张力的地方呢，是展现澎湃的钱江之水。结尾处呢，是体现绵长的运河之水。线条的交错呈现杭州的彩墨山水。整个图形的叠合，徐徐展开一卷富有江南韵味和东方诗意的新富春山居图。我们现在在这片茶山上，后方可以看到西湖，前方可以看到钱塘江。
All the way to Hangzhou, half for West Lake and half for silk. Hangzhou, it is poetic and picturesque, with a deep historical and humanistic heritage. The Chinese Silk Museum under Yuhuang Mountain in Hangzhou records the preservation, heritage and development of silk. Hangzhou's World Heritage Tea and Silk famous mountains and rivers and gourmet cuisine are intertwined together. These items have also become the signature of the Jiangnan region.
What is happiness in Hangzhou? Everyone has their own definition. But being the happiest city is the highest praise people can give to the place that they stay in.
是的，所以核心图形另一条线就是生态之线，体现的就是杭州的品质生活。杭州拥有青山绿水，拥有优质的公共服务。杭州是一个年轻人奋斗的舞台，我们在这里追梦、圆梦。每一个工作和生活在这个城市的人都有着最真切的感受。
Throughout the design process, the team was constantly thinking about how to better present the features of the city and how to reflect the more diversified features of the city of Hangzhou. Hangzhou's history and culture, nature and ecology and innovative genes have to be perfectly condensed into the graphics, which is very challenging. But how did Professor Chen manage to reflect all these elements in her design? Hello, Professor Chen.
你好，永新。经过不断的调研和研讨，我们最终确定了山水云丝这几个元素作为我们主要的设计内容。杭州呢还有科技支线，科技支线代表智慧网云，它是体现杭州智慧城市的概念。
One of the most important lines of technology in the core graphic of Hangzhou Asian Games, Meeting the World, is the element representing the Hangzhou elements of intelligence and cloud technologies. Hangzhou is the capital of the internet and the first city of the digital economy. Digital provides the city with unlimited imagination with artificial intelligence, robotics, and the internet.
The much anticipated Hangzhou Asian Games in 2022 will embark the Smart Asian Games mode. So how can a smart era bring together the Asian energy of this top-level event? And how can we host a game that the world will never forget? Well, to find the answers to these questions have also become the top priority for HAGOC.
Over the past 2 years, HAGOC has been actively mobilizing all sectors of society to integrate cultural and innovative technology into every aspect of the Asian Games preparation. We will make sure that the Asian Games will be a successful, exciting, and unforgettable sports and cultural event.
核心图形最后一条是运动支线，体现的是亚运的力量。
When I walk into Professor Cheng Chaohui's studio, there are manuscripts everywhere on the tables and walls. These manuscripts, which carry the endless effort of Professor Cheng Chaohui's team, are a record of the every polishing and alteration, down to the curve of a dot and the adjustment of a brush stroke and a perfect dip. From just a few seemingly innocuous strokes, they have put in a lot of effort.
这是都是用毛笔、用铅笔、各种工具组构起来的，细节体现精致的程度，所以在细节上面又进行了一些修缮。后期的组构呢，我们做了26稿。其实最早的这个山水意象是这样的一个图景，然后我们第2稿一共有23稿。水彩呢，是我认为最契合杭州水意灵动质感的一种表现的形式。水彩这种肌理能够体现杭州山水烟韵的效果，它整个的形态呢是山是水，在是与不是之间，其实是更体现这种意象之象的，取了不同的局部，用在不同的载体上面。
The core design of previous Asian Games have often been cut out from one main graphic, and the individual graphics often have just one color. The novelty of pointillism is that different colors can be applied on top of each other, especially in the design of ambient space. When viewed from different angles, depending on the size of the point, colors can be layered together to create a new vitality.
After intensive and repeated optimization and experimentation by Professor Cheng Chaohui and Guo Jingyong teams, the core graphics Meeting the World and color system Harmony of Colors for the Hangzhou Asian Games was finally unveiled to the world on 21st of October last year.
The countdown to the opening of the Asian Games in Hangzhou is over 600 days away, and the anticipation is growing. Currently, Professor Cheng is leading the design team to lay down the core graphics guidelines. Very soon, we will be able to see meeting the world in different places. It's the fusion of sports, culture and aesthetics. Hangzhou is telling her story of advancing the sports development, urban upgrade and brand value of Asian Games to the world. Through the Asian Games, it can let people get to know Hangzhou, Zhejiang and China. Okay, that's about it from us for this week, but join us the same time in next 2 weeks for more Asian Games fun. Good day.